Hi, I'm going to talk now about Poodll Snippet, which is an HTML template tool for Moodle, and that works in Moodle's Atto and TinyMCE editors. Snippet is a tool that admins will use to set up HTML templates that then users can use when they're creating resources or pages or other resources in Moodle. It's a little bit abstract to talk about it, so I'm just going to show it to you. So let's go to Moodle course, and we'll create a page, and on that page we want to put we want an area which has an HTML editor on it. So let's create a page. Let's call this a page, and here we have an HTML editor. This is an Atto editor, and in the Atto editor we have the snippet icon. When I click on the snippet icon, we'll see that we have three possible templates that we can use. So this is just how it appears when you first install the snippet template system, but in actual fact you can create more and more of these templates because admins will create templates to be used by the users. So the first one we're going to do is the first one we're going to use is the Hello World template, and it's just a test one. So we're going to say that we'll say that we are happy today. Insert. Okay, and that's it. It is inserted hello, I am happy now. Should I want to choose that I am sad, I would put in mood sad and hello, I am sad. So what's happened here, although it's very simple, is we've given the student or the user three options, which are their moods, and then depending on the option that they choose, we are merging that option with the template and creating the HTML that we put onto the page. And that's not terribly exciting, so we've got a more exciting one here, which is a YouTube button. So if I click on YouTube, here's the width and the height of the YouTube player. I need to put in the video ID of the YouTube. So let's go to a YouTube video about Moodle. I'll just open that up here. Oops, actually we need a video itself, so hold on a second. AI in education, that's a good one. Okay, so we're going to take the ID here. Drop that into our template, and this ID will now be merged with our iframe template, which will insert that into the HTML area. Okay, so there's our YouTube video. So again, that's not super exciting, but it illustrates another good feature of Poodll Snippet, which is that the user doesn't need to drop down into the HTML source view to insert content. So ordinarily, to insert an iframe, you would need to go to the share location here and get the embed tags here, copy these iframe tags, and then paste those into the HTML source view of the editor. And so we don't really want students having to go into the HTML source view, or teachers, so we can provide templates which give them a higher level interface to inserting iframes or other content onto the page. Okay, now the other one that we saw there, let's just remove these ones here because they're not very exciting. The other template that we saw there was this one here, which is a bootstrap 4-column with image. So this is a more likely use case for the HTML snippet system. I click bootstrap 4-column with image. I can add a title to my my widget, or I can add and I can add a picture. So let's leave the title and the image as they are and insert that onto the page. Okay, and this is a bootstrap 4 template that we've simply created a snippet for. Okay, so here's our title, which is a H4, H1, H3, a little bit of text, and it's laid out our image and text and title nicely because it's a bootstrap layout. Now, had we to do that manually, we would have had to go into the source view of the page. We would have had to instruct our teacher or our student to go into the source view of the page and paste their code in here, which of course we do sometimes ask people to do that, but that's really not the best way to do things. All right, so that's all very well. So as users, that's how we're going to use Snippet, but as admins, we want to create nice snippets for our users. So how do we do that? So let's go to the site administration, and it's available for Atto, and it's also available for TinyMCE, which are the two HTML editor systems that we can use in Moodle currently. So we'll scroll down. We just have Atto installed here, so just scroll down to the Atto editor settings here, and we see we have Snippet installed, and here are our Snippet settings. So we open those up, and we can see we just have space for 5 snippets. We can add more if we want to. We could just simply make this 50 and save the page, and then we'd have space for 50 snippets. But at this stage we've just got 5, and we've got the basic Hello World snippet, which we saw when we selected our mood from the list and pressed insert. We've got the YouTube snippet, which we used to insert the YouTube player. And we've got the Bootstrap 4 snippet that we used to insert the passage of text, the title, and the image. Let's have a look at the Hello World template. Okay, select your mood from the list and press insert. And here we have the snippet itself, which is hello, I am, curly brackets, mood, curly brackets. So this is the template itself, and we're going to merge the user's mood in this area here where the curly brackets are. And to do that, we've got 3 options: happy, sad, and normal. They're specified in the defaults. It is possible just to leave that, put it in this way, like that, and then the default will be happy, but the user can type in whatever mood they want to be, like surprised or hungry, and that would be another way of using the default system. Or if you have no default at all, just like that, then it'll just be a text area that the student can, or the teacher can type something into. Why don't we do that? Let's just put here mood equals happy. Save that. Let's go back to our page. Okay, I'm just refreshed it so the settings are refreshed. Move all this. Click on our snippet icon. Hello World. Okay, and now instead of having a drop-down box with 3 options, we just simply got a text area which has a default there for us. So if I might put here hungry, because I am indeed hungry, press insert, and it says hello, I'm hungry. You can see that's H4 because we have a little bit of an artifact left over from the previous widget that we only half deleted from the page. Okay. Alright, so that's how to use a snippet and basically how a snippet is structured. But let's create well, there's one more thing I want to show you before we create a brand new one from scratch. Let's go back a little bit. Oops, go forward a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so here we have the snippets, and we've got space for, in this case, 2 extra ones. So let's add a new one here. And we have presets. So if your theme ships with snippets inside the theme, or your administrator has already created them, then you might have some presets here that you can use to create a new snippet that was not already there already there for you. So let's create the fancy button snippet. Again, this is already made for us. It just wasn't there by out of the box. So we simply have to add the URL in here, the style of the button, and a caption for the button. If we look down, we can see that the style in this case is primary, warning, or success, which are Bootstrap styles. A URL, which is not there for us, and a caption, which is click me. So I'm going to, it all looks pretty good. So I'm just going to save that to our snippet. Insert a fancy button. We'll leave the URL as a hash. We'll leave the style as primary, and we'll just put here, click me. I am hungry. Insert. Okay, now we've got our fancy button that's been added in there. Okay, so that's how you would use a preset, which is wonderful. So let's create a snippet from scratch. So we go to an empty snippet settings page, open that up, and we're going to make a Jumbotron, which is a kind of a bootstrap component. It's really just an example of something that we can do. We give it a name and a key. They don't really need to be different in this case. Any instructions we want to give go here, but the main code goes into the snippet text area here. So here is the code for a Jumbotron. Jumbotron looks like this. We've got a header, some text, and a button, and around that we've got a nice grey kind of area. So just bring that text over to here, to a snippet, and paste it in here. Now we might as well add some variables, because Hello World is in a very exciting title, and we want the user to be able to create their own title. So let's create a variable with the curly braces on the left and curly braces on the right. And here we have just some text that's going to go into the Jumbotron. We might as well leave that as it is, because the user is going to find it hard to edit in the pop-up. But we might change the text for the button. So we'll just take this and we'll call this button text here. And then we'll set some defaults. So title equals title, and we'll set default for the button as click me. And then we'll save our template. We might as well give the template version though, so we can track our changes. We created our template. Let's go to our page. Click settings and we'll edit our snippet test page. Put a cursor onto the page in a good location. Have a look at the Atto snippet pop-up and choose Jumbotron. We'll leave the title and the button text as they are and click insert. Okay, so that looks pretty much as we would expect. We've got the title, we've got the text, and we've got the button. So we can edit the title here if we want to. The title is good. We can edit the text, of course. We can even edit the button text if we want to. It's a little bit tricky to edit some of the text after the snippet has been inserted. And that's a limitation really, because at a certain point you start to mess with the HTML that's underlying it, and you do actually have to go into the HTML and fix it up. So it's good if the text or the snippet that you enter, you really only ask the student or the user to edit text that's kind of HTML safe. So this text here is quite good. Okay, now so the last thing I want to show you with regards to snippets is that after you've made a template like the one we've just made, the Jumbotron template, we can export our template to a file on our PC, and then we can import it to another, or share it with a friend, and so they can import it to their Moodle site. We can use it as a backup for this site, or to save as and create a new Jumbotron 2 or something like that. So to do the export, it's quite simple. We just click on the green bundle box here, and that file will be exported. In this case, I've already exported once or twice in preparation, so it's got a funny name. Let's save that. Okay, so there's our file there. Now we can import that into a blank settings page or into an existing settings page to overwrite the template. So I'm just going to, so we can see what that looks like, I'm just clear this template here so we can see what happens. And let's go and find that file on our system. Okay, so here it is, here Jumbotron 2 in this case. Bring that over here, drag it over the green bundle box, and all the fields fill in. Okay, I can save that file, save that setting now. Okay, and we have exported and then imported a Jumbotron settings via the template, via the bundle box there. Okay, so that's a quick introduction to Poodle Snippet and how to create and use HTML templates in Moodle. To get Poodll Snippet, you should go to moodle.org and search the plugins directory for Snippet. You'll find there's two versions, Tiny Snippet and Atto Snippet, one for each of the HTML editors in Moodle. Or if you're the kind of person that uses GitHub, you can also get Snippet from the GitHub repositories. If you have any questions about Poodll Snippet, please get in touch, justin@poodle.com.